Welsh football is pure magic, and for groundhoppers, Wales is paradise. Only football could make someone travel across a country or even a continent just to stand beside a pitch with a rail around it. But in Wales, it's never just a pitch. Here, you'll find mountains towering behind the goal, rolling hills hugging the touchline, and rows of old terrace houses framing the perfect football photo. In this video, we're counting down some of the Welsh football grounds you need to visit at least once in your lifetime. Let's get into it. Cae'r, Sling, Penmaenmawr, Phoenix. First up on our list of must-visit Welsh football grounds is Cae'r, Sling, home of Penmaenmawr, Phoenix. Back in 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the club Pêl-Droed ran a Welsh Cup of picturesque grounds, and Cae'r, Sling came out on top, beating some serious competition along the way. Penmaenmawr is a small town in North Wales with just 4,000 residents, but the football club plays a huge role in the local community. The ground itself is famous for its stunning scenery. Nestled in rural North Wales, the backdrop of the Foel Lees Mountains makes every match feel like a photo opportunity. Even on a rainy day, standing on the sidelines gives you a picture-perfect view. Accessibility is simple. Cae'r, Sling sits right off the A55 and is just a short walk from Penmaenmawr station. And after the match, you can relax in the clubhouse bar, soaking up the local vibes. Whether you're chasing great football, epic photos, or just want a quirky community ground experience, Cae'r, Sling is a must-visit spot in Wales. Glassbrook Field, Penrhiwceiber Rangers. A lot of hard work has gone on behind the scenes at Penrhiwceiber over the years, and it's paid off. Off the pitch, the club has made huge strides, crowned Ardal South West champions in 2024, and earned a well-deserved season in Cymru South, where they battled bravely but unfortunately suffered relegation. As you climb the Welsh football pyramid, ground improvements become essential, and Cae'r have delivered. New seated stands have been installed, floodlights now tower above the pitch, and night matches are part of the experience. Yet despite the upgrades, the ground hasn't lost its charm. It still feels wholesome, traditional and properly local. Opposite the Mike Griffin stand sits a simple concrete terrace, somewhere where you can stand or even sit, as long as you're not blocking anyone's view. It might sound modest, but on a clear afternoon, watching the game from there feels like stepping back in time. If you are thinking of visiting, it's an easy trip. Just a short walk from Penrhiwceiber station on the Transport for Wales Aberdeen line. Fford, Padarn, CPD, Llanberis. One thing you will notice about grounds in North Wales, especially in the lower divisions, is the mountain backdrops. This ground sits just across the beautiful Lake Padarn, right off the town's main street. It's in the heart of a busy tourist village surrounded by towering mountains that completely dominate the skyline. Stand behind either goal and you've got the perfect shot. A keeper shouting instructions, a last-ditch tackle or a goal celebration, all with stunning scenery behind it. With the church overlooking the pitch and the peaks of Llŷ Fach and Llŷ Fawr of Snowdonia rising in the distance, it's a setting that's hard to beat. If you're coming by train, Llanberis doesn't have its own mainline station. The closest are Bangor. You can hop on a local bus straight into the village. Cae'r, Delyn, Nefyn United. Nefyn's ground, Cae'r Delyn, translates from Welsh as Harp Fort. The name dates back to 1982 when the ground was bought from a local farmer. Apparently the shape of the pitch once resembled a harp, letting the farmer keep alive a traditional way of naming his fields. The ground has even hosted a World Cup winner. Back in October 2019, Bangor City visited Nefyn United in the Welsh Cup, and among their squad was Pêl-Droed, who lifted football's biggest prize in 1986 alongside the legendary Diego Maradona. Thinking about heading there? Cae'r Delyn is located about a mile inland from Nefyn, just off the A497. If you're planning to travel by train to Cae'r Delyn in Nefyn, it's important to know that Nefyn doesn't have its own train station, so you can't roll up directly by rail. Instead, the nearest railway station is Pwllheli station, which is about 6 miles away. Ynys Park, Pentre. Pentre are a historic club, right in the heart of the Rhondda. On the pitch, they've dropped from being one of a South Wales top sides to playing at a lower level, but don't let that detract you from coming. Visiting Ynys Park in spring or summer is a treat. The backdrop of Welsh mountains and greenery is stunning, and there's a quirky touch you won't see anywhere else. The players walk down a staircase onto the pitch, rather than the usual straight line. It makes match day feel extra special. Ynys Park has also seen some big games. In 1986, Pentre hosted Cardiff City in the FA Cup first round. A full house of 2,800 saw the Bluebirds win 4-1. Swansea City legend Alan Curtis featured for the Bluebirds that day. There's a concrete terrace behind one goal, a couple of seated stands near the clubhouse, and speaking of the clubhouse, it's excellent. Packed with memorabilia and a great selection of drinks, it's the perfect place to soak in the atmosphere. And if you're feeling hungry, don't miss the nearby chip shop, cleverly named A Fish Called Rhondda. Getting there is easy. Ynys Park is a short walk from Pentre train station on the Penrhiwceiber line, or a straightforward drive from the M4, with plenty of parking available on match days. And those are just 5 of the incredible Welsh football grounds you need to visit, but there are plenty more waiting to be explored. If you enjoyed this kind of content, drop us some suggestions in the comments and let us know if we've missed any. Wales really is a groundhopper's paradise, so get out there and start exploring.